Top module, there were no prototyping steps in creating the item, only videos to watch. The item specifically is a piece of aluminum with 5 holes and 1 slot. The piece of aluminum might be used for various applications like feeding a cable through it. However, its main purpose is to teach me how to use the machines properly. As for difficulties in the work, I had many issues with the instructions being unclear. However, I was able to clear them up with the very helpful shop manager. Specifically, screwing up the piece was difficult as there was no instructions on how to do that. Are there any machines I've read about that intimidate me? None of the machines seem to intimidate me because as long as I do not do anything rash or stupid, I should be fine. Are there any instructions that seem counterintuitive? None of the instructions seem explicitly counterintuitive, it's just that I would not have thought about some of the safety rules beforehand. For example, obviously one should not put oil-soaked rags with hot metal, potentially, in a normal trash can, but instead in a red fire hazard trash can. However, I probably would not have thought of that potential danger if I had not been told about it. What details are unclear in the engineering drawing? The details do not say anything about scoring up the piece, nor anything about center drilling the holes before actually drilling the hole. What machine is the most difficult to use or to understand? The lathe seems difficult to use and understand, but the A-Trump mill, which is the machine that I used, is pretty straightforward. What did I learn from my machining mistakes? I learned to always check the rotation speed of the drill and to make sure to know how rotating the arm will move the X, Y, Z, or W axis. And also to make sure I have enough room to eject the clutch and the chuckless clutch and the drill bits as well. What worked well in machining my work? What didn't? The actual machining part worked relatively well, however the setup, like squaring the piece or edge finding, was a little bit more difficult for me personally.